Microsoft Graph is a great place to start because it's been around since 2015. And at this core, it has AI that's driving a lot of its data. This is all about compiling data and driving insights. Now, what's interesting about Graph, this is that underlying technology within M365 that pulls together your M365 data. And it's then available, this is kind of the point of it, it's available through a programming model, through an API that Microsoft uses, as well as that we can tap into as well. So I think this is great because it allows all this data that we're generating within M365 to then be surfaceable elsewhere. Decisions can be derived from it, or connections can be derived from it. And Graph does all this work for us, but then it can be surfaced and it can be talked to as well. I mean, you can actually communicate into it and have Graph do things for you, but you can also just pull data out of it. Some things that we're seeing today, some of the components that you're already are seeing within M365, because there's no licensing really for Graph, it's just there. There are some add-on-y things with connectors and whatnot, but Microsoft Search is driven heavily by Graph. And if you want to extend search, and I think this is super important, by the way, where you want index completeness across your org, this is all done through these Graph connectors. And this allows you to just have search, Microsoft Search, really pull together everything. And once it's in Graph, more insights can be derived for you by search itself. And that's one of the things I actually wanted to show was just, hey, look at when we do search, it's already the data that's returned to you before you even do anything is already driven by your usage and your index. And AI behind the scenes is attempting to determine what's most important to you. What are the things you probably will need? Not your colleague, but you. That's super cool. Graph is also helping pull together information around like news and documents and people. It's learning from you how you are using M365, how you're using the ecosystem, and attempting to pull together who are you working with the most. These are the people maybe you want to talk to. These are the documents you're most that you've been using the most, and here's things that might be of interest to you. And maybe a colleague recently updated something, so it's going to percolate to the top that this is a document that you might be interested in as well. It's attempting to bring that relevant data to you quicker.